What's up guys, Andrew aka the Gloctopus here with Gloctopus Reviews, and this week I'm bringing you a review on the Nexbelt Supreme Appendix Carry Holeless Belt. This is going to be a belt for EDC carry. If you guys want to see more cool EDC reviews like this, go ahead and like and subscribe to my pages on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Let's get started. Alright guys, real quick before getting into the tabletop review of this Nexbelt Supreme Appendix Carry Belt, I just wanted to show you, I do carry my weapon in the appendix position. That's a really good thing with this belt because it doesn't have a large buckle. If you can see here, it has a very small buckle on the side. Small button on the bottom, that's how you tighten or release it. Super easy to tighten. If you need to loosen it during the day, you can loosen it that easy or tighten it right back up. The excess of the belt comes right over here into the side where my extra belt loop is. But Nexbelt also includes this little leather, I'd say it's like a loop that goes on the end, that'll keep this end of the belt from kind of like flapping up and sticking out from under your shirt. So it's a nice little option that they offer with this belt. But as far as drawing with this belt, super nice. Come right in and the gun comes right out and super fluid, real easy. I'm not really worried about this holster coming loose from this belt. It is a very stiff belt. We'll get into that in the tabletop review. But yeah guys, this makes the draws super easy, super fast, super easy. Way better than my old Amazon belt, which is something that I hated. I carried that belt for like 3 years. When I finally got this Nexbelt back in February, and I've been able to carry it for these almost 4 months. Super nice and reliable belt. Again, it makes draws nice, makes them comfortable, and you don't feel like your holster is going to come out. Also, with it being a stiff belt, it helps with the printing. So if you know, on some of the holsters they have the little plastic wing that's on the side that helps push the gun back into your body. It's really nice when the belt is stiff. When it's a loose belt, you can kind of get that wing pushing into the belt and it really doesn't help as much. But with this one, I can tighten that up really nicely, and that takes care of a printing problem here in the front wearing it appendix. I'm not a small guy, as you can tell. I weigh about 225, but I have never really been able to carry appendix well until getting this belt. Let's get into the tabletop review and I'll talk to you a little bit more about this Nexbelt Supreme Appendix Carry Belt. Alright guys, let's get into this tabletop review of the Nexbelt Supreme Appendix Carry Holeless Belt for EDC. As you can see, I have their website pulled up here. These belts run $69.99 directly from them on their website. This one obviously comes in the color black. We're going to go over a little bit of the specs on this belt. This is a granite black powder coated buckle for I guess abrasion or wear resistance. The buckle size is 1.5 inches by 1 inch and 11/16. The strap is sweat resistant. There is a thickness near 3/16 of an inch. The width is 1.5 inches. And the nylon strap fits up to a 50-inch waist. So when you take this out of the box, it can fit up to a 50-inch waist. Is really nice. If you are smaller, we will show you how that works with the Nexbelt now. They do have sizing instructions and a how-to video here on their website on how to size this belt down to yourself. I'm just going to kind of give you a quick overview of how this is done. Here on the inside of the belt, you'll see that there are the ratcheting straps, and then over here you have the measurements for the belt. Make sure that you are following their instructions here, the sizing instructions on their website for when you are cutting this belt. But the gist of it is you take a razor blade and you cut the belt down to the size that you need. It's super easy to cut this with a razor blade, guys. Just be super careful. Make sure you're doing it on a hard surface. That's it. This is the inside of the belt. As you can see here, that is a very, very thick belt, very hard and very stiff. The materials in here are very robust, guys. This isn't just a floppy old belt like the one you see here on the table. This stuff is very, very rigid. But that's all it takes. Cut through that with a razor blade. If you want to clean that up a little bit, you can. Then on the inside of your package, you have the buckle and you have a loop to kind of hold the extra of the belt, and you have an Allen wrench. I'm not going to use that Allen wrench today, but all you use is the buckle here. The buckle goes right on to the front. And then on the back here, you'll see that there's 3 screws. So all you got to do is tighten these 3 screws down as tight as you can get them. You get these 3 done. And once you have these 3 screws tightened, guys, this belt is secured in place inside of the buckle, and that's how it's installed, and that's how you get a complete belt. Super easy install, guys. As far as the belt itself, having these ratchets underneath give you 1/4 inch adjustments. So throughout the day when you're eating, drinking, your body does change. The size can change around your waist. So what you can do is, with just a little bit of a push, with ease, you can tighten this belt throughout the day if you need be, or push this button right on the bottom and loosen the belt. That is a super nice option instead of having to deal with holes up and down the belt. And if you do know, with the holes, you probably have experience with that. With gaining and losing weight, sometimes the holes don't line up. You have to punch a new hole in your leather belt, which I've had to do before. This really just takes the guesswork out of it and makes it so much easier. That ratchet is so nice, so smooth. You can get that belt as tight as you need it or as loose as you need it with a simple click. Also, as I said in the box, guys, was this simple loop here that goes around on the end of the belt, say here. And when you're wearing the belt like this, if you don't line up with a belt loop with this extra part that sticks off of the belt, this loop here on the belt can keep that from sticking out and catching on things, or really causing a printing issue with your clothes. Really, really, really nice option that they've included with this here, guys. As I said, they do include instructions. You can go to their website and you can watch the video. Super easy video to watch. They'll take care of you. Really, really easy. Video shows right here. You can play those. Shows you the installations with the screws like I just told you. And then the sizing instructions right here. Basically all you're doing is adding 3 to 4 inches to your pant size, and you can also use scissors and cut along the dotted line. I kind of like using the razor blades because it's a lot easier. These are sharp. You got to be super careful, guys, not to cut yourself, but scissors will do the trick as well. Comparing this belt to my old belt, this is a belt that I got off of Amazon. You guys know these belts, they kind of click in. Super easy to click instead of having to deal with the with holes. The problem with this belt though is, number one, it's very, very pliable and loose. The one thing that I don't like with that is it doesn't feel stiff or safe inside of a holster, number one. I feel like that could kind of fold on itself and come out from the holster in an incident that you really don't want happening. The second thing is this wing here that's on the holster by, this is a Filster Floodlight. They're coming out with new versions, but this is their older, I believe, Gen 1 version. This wing here pushes on the belt, right? So that is supposed to be made to push the belt, or sorry, push the weapon back in towards your body. The one problem with that is this is pliable belt, right? So you can see how this will push into the belt, and it's really defeating the purpose of this wing. But when you get the Nexbelt, the belt stiffness, as I showed you, that really changes the game, guys. We'll get this put on there. As you can see, that wing does not deform the belt like it was deforming the other one. It's basically flat, and it gives you more of a hard surface to cant this holster back into your body so you don't have a printing issue. Super nice, guys. Like I said, being able to adjust this on the fly throughout the day makes this a really nice holster. As you can see here, I do carry a Zev OZ9 full size in a Filster floodlight with a Surefire X300. So this is a very big full size heavy setup, but this belt does wonders for carrying this holster, guys. Really nice. I love how stiff this belt is and how stout it is. I don't carry the extra mag pouches in or on my holster, or on my waist, I should say. I do carry the Neo Mag spare magazine holder. This thing is super cool. If you guys don't know about this, this is a magnet on the inside of here, and this goes down in your pocket. So my extra mags basically just slide down into one of my front pockets, and it's really out of the way and concealed, and I really don't have to have extra weight on my belt. Again, guys, really nice belt from Nexbelt. This is the Supreme Appendix Carry. I will show you here on their website that they do have a ton of options. We can go back here. They have EDC belts, right? So you can go to their tactical nylon belt option. That's where you're gonna find this belt, the Appendix option. They've got their Titan belt in black, gray, and brown. They've got the Supreme Appendix here in I believe this is Coyote and black. And then down here, you can also get some pretty cool belts if you guys are into, like, I guess emblems or things being on your buckle. They've got a couple flag emblems, a Spartan helmet. They've also got this cool little Intac 45, guys, which is even smaller than this belt here. Smaller buckle, same way of that belt going together, but really nice. You've got multicam black here in the Supreme. They've got an extra large Supreme, so if you're looking for a little bit bigger, beefier belt than this one, they've also got that on their website. Like I said, guys, they've got all kinds of options. They've got EDC belts, gun belts, women's EDC belts, buckles and straps. They've got dress belts. Check these guys out. That's over at nexbelt.com. I'm going to be putting a link to that in the in my bio. It's going to be over at glocktopusreviews.com or at my link tree. Check these belts out, guys. I'm going to get this cleaned up and give you my solid rating and review on the Nexbelt Supreme Appendix EDC Carry belt. Alright guys, I'm going to give you my solid rating and review on this Nexbelt EDC Supreme Appendix Carry belt. My rating is going to be an 8 out of 8 Glocktopus arms, and I'll tell you why. As you saw on the tabletop, the old belt that I used to carry I got off of Amazon really wasn't stiff enough. It didn't make me feel comfortable, like the clip of the holsters were really going to stay on that belt if I really had to grab hard and tug on a weapon to get it out of the holster. It just didn't feel very good. The ease of this belt, being able to put it together with the 1/4 inch increments, as I said in the tabletop, how your body can swell up during the day, you have water weight that you lose. You can tighten this really easily and loosen it really easily after you have lunch. It's just really nice. This button on the bottom is very easy to use, as you saw on the tabletop, and the fact that you can cut this belt to your size if you're going to gain weight or lose weight. This belt just is super adjustable and super versatile for those looking for a really nice EDC belt. If you guys want to know where to pick up one of these belts, go ahead and click the link in description or the link in bio. That's going to take you over to glocktopusreviews.com or to my link tree. Once you're there, go ahead and find the Nexbelt link. You can click that, take you over to their website where you can pick one of these up. There's so many options, guys. They come in leather, they've got tactical belts, they've got thinner belts. Anything that you're really looking for, they really have over on their website. Again, guys, I really recommend these belts because they're so nice and so stiff. I've been running this belt since February, and I feel really confident coming to you guys and bringing you this review, telling you that it is a very good belt. If you guys have any questions or comments about what you saw in the video today, go ahead and leave those down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you guys like these reviews, go ahead and give it a thumbs up on Instagram and YouTube. That helps me out with the algorithm and will get my video out to more people. If you want to keep watching reviews like this, go ahead and like and subscribe to my pages on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Remember, on Instagram and YouTube, you can click the notification bell. That's going to be the subscribe or notification bell on either one of those platforms. That'll help get all of my newest content over to you as quick as possible. As always, guys, stay healthy, stay safe. Check you guys later.